Oh, hello everyone, Ether here and welcome back to another week of this Minecraft series. And this week we are going to be doing some interesting stuff. Mostly I'm going to try to lay down the plan for the bell that's going to be here. So yeah, it's kind of a perfectly now in the center of in between, the pavilion and also the portal. So yeah, perfectly centered here as you can see, portal over there, pavilion over here, and downstairs here. What we are going to do is going to be a tunnel that we are going to cave underground. It's going to go all the way under here below our storage. So the idea is that it's going to be able to connect, of course, here to the main storage in itself. So need access to that controller. But yeah, we still need to dig a lot of stuff. Everything that we got there is going to be able to move, and pretty much it's going to be a lot of work. But on a short break, I must tell you that my audio broke. So this video that I recorded was about the jewels that I got on the system, and I wanted to show you that all the jewels that I got here connected to the simple storage network over there, I just needed to remove it. But since my audio broke, I'm just dubbing myself here, so please bear with me, because it's kind of a painful to record this multiple times. But yeah, the idea was essentially that I got the jewels on the chest here, and with the simple storage network, all the jewels that were on the chest were moved on this next chunk, which is where I got access. And whenever I cross the chunk border, you see the small lag spike that I have, because on this other chunk is where all my storage system is. So yeah, I thought that was the lag part of it, and we decided to remove it because all the jewels here was too much information, as could cause kind of the server crashing. But then realized, you know what, maybe just to make sure that the system is not trying to pull an item and lagging the server, we added that chest over there with an exporter. So as long as that chest is going to remain empty, that means no items are going to be extracted from the system, and essentially we are fine. So yeah, we tested that out, it seems to have worked, but now we got a system with no jewels essentially. So what we need to do now is devise a new system that's going to allow us to access, and I thought it was going to be cool to try refine storage. So I have never played with it, and since this is Vault Hunters, I mean, yeah, it's kind of at the perfect chance now. So this is kind of a thing to access to all the jewels from one simple interface, and that's kind of what I was being crafting and preparing on the background, and I still need to do way more crafting for accessing these. And also the idea is going to be to grab all that chest, and in the whole scope of this scene, that chest is going to be moved upward, so the chest is going to be there. And the cool thing about that is it's probably going to be hanging or something, but it's going to be matching the whole aesthetics of the room here. And that's going to pretty much leave us more room for connecting downstairs or moving everything else. I don't know. I need to figure that out. Up to this point, I got really no clue what we were going to do, besides having something similar with the refined storage, but I don't even knew how to make it work. So up to this point, it was just rambling about, and yeah, it was pretty much that kind of what I was going for. So hopefully with this we are going to be able to move everything out. It's going to still look cool. It's going to be useful to access around here without going with the craziest stuff. But that meant that I need to be careful when I'm going to move the items, because you know I got a lot of stuff over there and everything could crash, especially for these stations. And maybe do something around here with the center, but I'm not so sure. Again, I'm just kind of rambling about, but I want to have some space room, so it's going to feel more open, it's going to be accessible, it's going to be practical, but also needs to look cool. So yeah, as you can see, I got a lot of different stuff on the stations that I need to move, and of course this is not going to be an easy movable, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, and I was panicking a little bit, to be honest. But I'm hoping that my backpack is going to be enough for hold all the items over there, so we are not going to be responsible for more crashes, especially with the lag that we have been experiencing from time to time. And I was thinking up to this point, maybe we should use the same backpacks, because I already got them configured, you know? And also I changed kind of all the different, or I'm going to tell you now how the filters are going to work, this was kind of what I was talking about. And as you can see, I got some filtering made there. I configure them to my threshold, so I'm going to keep the jewels in theory that I want to keep, and I'm going to void everything else. So everything is going to be more streamlined with that values. You can check them over there. So I was going here one by one, but you can see them on the screen, so I'm not going to describe them. But essentially was that. So that was my original idea. Up to this point when I'm recording, I know that some mishaps happened, but up to this point, I thought, yeah, it was going to be cool like this, so I just need to keep testing the filters, and then everything is going to go flawlessly into the storage, and now I just need a short break, because it's kind of a weird. So yeah, Jewel system, configurations, that's kind of what I need to do on testing, so I will be right back with the results. And as I wanted to show you, with more upgrade, we got this now. So I moved up the colossal chest because I wanted to keep it. It's kind of cool thing. So I used the super glue and we used the mechanical piston with the extension. So pretty much we did the same for the roof here when we needed to move it like 2 more blocks taller or something around that. So we did the same. We pulled over we pushed over the chest over there, and then I pushed it from the wall, so it's actually more in the corner. That way, it's got kind of a two different things. First off, it goes way better from this kind of which is more of the main angle in terms of the border. So you can see now it's way more center, which is kind of cool, but also allows me to give kind of a more of a off-center kind of a crane extension over there, which I believe looks super, super nice. So that's good. And also I needed the extra space for having the cable over here because, you know, I got the copycat panels on that side, taking like the wall and everything. So otherwise it's not going to work. And I thought about having a different like storage, but then I realized, you know what, this kind of has been my storage for all the kind of the season or the world if you want here, so it kind of makes sense to just keep it. I just don't know if I can rename it. That's going to be super cool to actually see a different name for the chest. But yeah, now we got the access here and it's way more organized, and I already also improved my filter, so reach is now zero point 0.5 extra, durability is 99, zero point 0.5 on quantity and rarity, and also zero point 0.5 on the mining speed and zero point 0.5 on the copiously. The trap disarm and the vanilla immortality didn't need to be improved, to be honest, so that's kind of the same. They are really good, and I just kind of cleared everything out from my inventory and everything else. So yeah, I would say that was a big, big, big improvement. And now I'm just waiting for kind of at the next stream because, oh, by the way, that's my lag busting chest. I don't know if I talk about this, but yeah, Hoi came and realized like it's not my base, the one that is lagging. So we are clear of that besides the simple storage that we needed to clear out. So yeah, that's kind of a something, but this is something that I want to do now. It's some type of system like where I probably press a button or something. These are going to be open and I'm going to be allowed to go into the underground where the villagers are going to be. So the main idea for the villagers, of course, are they are going to be here underground, and I'm going to have a big pathway all the way up to here. So this is going to be like the real entrance, but for sake of convenience, I want to go from here. That's what leads to the idea. I don't know how to pull it out. Okay, I don't know what is talking about there. Probably this with Fiverr. Yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, I haven't found a way to automate this. So my stream is going to be mostly on that, and I'm going to catch you later, hopefully with some solution for this. Solution I have. Actually, also solutions and broken audio because this is broken again, so let's enjoy. But yes, I made this new set of trapdoors. I clear everything on the sides. And this door now is connected via redstone. So when I press the pressure plate, you are going to see it like this small circuit it's moved toward with this one, which is showing no ticking, but actually it's kind of a 1 second delay. And yeah, the one line of redstone is for activating immediately with the pressure plate, and then a delay of this. So it's a little bit more seamlessly like that. And yeah, the idea is now I got free access to go down, and also I can press this button and then I just jump over because, I can't put anything else there to activate it. This is on the top side of the block, so only works via the pressure plate. And yeah, overall I think it's the best that I could came over. So it's not perfect, but I like it a lot. So yeah, going down, then we got the transition here for this brand new room. And we got cool things here, for example, this chandelier that I made for the underground of the buttons for the altar, so that's cool. And also I added for the other block, which is the elevator, this kind of a new lamp thingy. So this is the elevator, by the way. That's it, that's the block. So yeah, it's kind of a nice, but also look at this aesthetic. So well, I was talking more deep about the elevator. But yeah, look at this. Look at this room, how it's flowed together. Because all the walls are kind of in the black stone. I now got different point of interest in the ceiling, but it's pretty much simple, it's just for the buttons and stuff that I can't hide. Nor that I want to either. But yeah, this whole room now it's holding the villagers, of course, over here. It's making the transition with the trims here underground. So now everything is connected via trim to the storage system, and also it's connecting all the way down. And it's going to be connected on the top, and over that wall we are going to have the villagers. So that's the idea. But for making this somewhat interesting, we needed to add some depth. So it's not going to be just a full box. And that's why we added these kind of a different shapes here for extending the texture, but also the wall for having more depth. We did that on that three sides, so let me show you here a gap. So the walls is going to be flat, and we did the same on these three type of walls. All the back side is going to be fully lit, as you can see. So yeah, that's perfectly done over there. And also now everything is going to be flowing more from your points of attention into what I really want to portray into this room. So look at this. You look everything that is kind of a plain black with little texture, but now you got a clear yellowish pathway connecting here from the walls into that side where it's going to be the villagers. So now, and of course it's going to be something similar to this door. I don't know up to this point what's going to be on the other side, but yeah, you can see now everything is kind of a flowing together in this shape. So I really like how you got some different point of attention there, but also the room is kind of telling you, yeah, don't pay attention to that walls. Actually, pay attention to where the villagers are going to be. So that's kind of the whole point here, and I really love this concept. And also there is kind of a small trick here that I don't know if I'm going to show you yet. Yeah, I'm just talking still how the villagers are going to be placed. That's why the trim and everything. So yeah, it's going to be like this with the hoppers on the wall. And that hoppers are going to be sending stuff back into the system, and then we are going to have the different traders, and we are going to kind of place these guys. Everything is auto trader already. Not all of them are configured, but yeah, the idea is essentially we are going to be placing them somewhere, for example, here where we don't need that many access because it's only a name tag trade. So when we need them, we are going to feed it. Then we got which guy is this? Is the Mason now? I don't remember properly. Yeah, you can see here now we are going to go for the trades for the iron, for example. So I don't need access to this that much, but later on we are going to work on that. So yeah, I was just kind of talking about the things that we can get from the different trades automated, like for example saddles or horse armors over here that sometimes is required for the vault, and the same with the mason where we go for the terracotta, not the quartz. And yeah, two more over there for future things, like for example, the apples that we are going to require for the farmers. And everything is going to be placed over here. And hopefully with this we got enough for now at least. And later on if we need to expand, yeah, we are going to connect everything here, remember, via trim. So everything is going to go at the end into the system. So yeah, it's going to work really well for producing for us without creating so much lag. But I really love how these guys are also allowing you to see through this and really connecting to the wall. That's why the texture was so important on this room. But yeah, let me see if I can show you a later trick here. Because I know that I was super excited into talking about this, and I talk again, trust me, I talk about a lot more. But yeah. Since I realized this when I was editing the video, it was not so good, so I lost a lot of the cool stuff that I was talking about. But yeah. So you enter into this room, and yeah, here it comes the secret thing that I did. So pay attention because I really believe this is super cool. This is something that I kind of like to play a lot with, is the depth perception. So you can see the wall is kind of going there, everything is cool, but it's not just because it was lucky, it's intended, you know. You see the depth here because you get that kind of a half a block because of the wall. So this is important, you know. Half a block there, half a block here, or kind of a quarter block on each side. So yeah, that's kind of a wall for you. And of course here we are using this for extending the aesthetic pretty much, and you get the inner rim side over here that is making the room feel a little bit more bigger, but also in this case connecting the color from the wood. So it's kind of cool, a cool transition. Again, you always change from color to texture, and then you keep the texture. So yeah, over here 2 walls, making that kind of a size, that corner with the full pillar be super awesome. And now you see kind of a this from this side, this room got depth, and also that wall got a lot of depth, but in reality that's a fake. This is the trick. You are tricking your mind into believing that actually this is also a wall, but it's not, it's just flat. And even if you know it, your eyes kind of keep deceiving you. It's telling you, yeah, this should be more depth, and actually there is not, it's just flat. But you can see the depth, you can perceive that. And that's just because how the illusion works, you know? If you pay attention on the top side there, you see it's totally flat, but it's so cool. I love it. So yeah, enjoy. Use your tricks for your build. And after the Friday stream, we completed the kind of a under room here. So yeah, we go down here to the stairs, and when we got here the full room, we got some of the particles from the Velara steel. And after this room, I'm just going to hint you this, but don't tell anyone, okay? So look at this. After this room, now we got this new other room. And what's about there? Well, that's for the next week, because next week we are going to be working onto the bell and onto the Idona side. So we are going to tie both of them together, and probably we are going to start matching some walls, putting some resources here like kind of scattered around, or something else. Because to be honest, there is something that I still want to do, which is clearing this part. As you can see, I started to moving everything over, but we still need to remove a lot of these shelter boxes and pack kind of everything else, and also remove everything that is around here. So that it's still a lot that we can do with this mess. So that's cleaning up. Oops, that's cleaning up is going to be for the next week. So if you're interested, again, feel free to drop by on my Twitch, and we will see you there. So bye bye.